High west.
50%, so not much there in that. And the wind at the moment is from the southwest, blowing to the left of screen. A 2-goal advantage. Let's go to the game.
Lovett, the first kick out of the middle for Victoria. Up towards the forward line. Morris dishes off the hand pass. It's good. Away to Rock, who kicks the first goal in 10 seconds.
His way through the pack. Here's Russell Morris now. Will the ball sit for him as he races to half forward? Gets his boot the ball. Here's Brad Hardy from the half-back line. A wobbly one right out towards Troy Clark. Couldn't take the mark. Goes in after it again. Hotly pressing him for Victoria was Adrian Gleeson. The Carlton rover, and the ball is forced over the line. First blood to the Vicks. The goal to Rock. The ball at half forward for Victoria. The breeze favouring their end. About a 2 or 3 goal breeze as Queensland take it forward. McIver laid on a very strong tackle. Here's Merritt. Gets in a hand pass. Queensland towards the half-forward line. Dean races in. Now here's Cameron O'Brien. Brought the ground. Umpire calls play on. As Steins gets in a hand pass. Players charge in after it. Almost in the centre of the ground as the Vicks try and crash it forward. Little Rock goes in after it. Strong play in the clinches. And the umpire will come in and bounce. Almost at half-forward for Queensland.
Victorian captain Brett Stevens won the toss and elected to kick with the breeze, a slight breeze, right to left here at the Gabba. Free kick sorted out. Victorian free kick, the back end of the centre square to go to Steins.
Cop one pretty high then, Jimmy. Went down.
Kick by Steins to centre half forward. McIver front position takes a strong mark. Well, he's been injured and in the Bears reserves lately, but now playing for Queensland. The state of his birth. Puts it out wide. Scholl drops the mark. Goes on with it. Chance for Victoria here through Phillips. He gets the ball up the ground. Free kick was going to be paid. Advantage now. Morris at half forward. A fine mark.
Lucky not to be 50 metres on that occasion.
Russell Morris about 65 metres out from goal. Lead came from Hogg at full forward. He's been playing in defence lately for Richmond. Morris's kick short of the edge of the square. Lawrence punches to the front. Down goes Royal. Hurried snapshot here by Hogg. Is offline and through for a behind.
Matthew Campbell about to bring the ball back into play. He's playing at full back. Had a tough game last week playing against North Melbourne. He had to pick up John Longmire, who kicked 8 goals. Now the kick to the half-back line. Number 15 you see for Queensland is Simon Lurs. Well, he's lost it. Steins, Rock from half forward. Oh, beautifully done to Phillips. Phillips from 40 metres sets sail for home with a beautiful kick, Andrew Phillips, and he splits the...
Gets the hand pass away. This is Cotter, Jason Cotter. Lovett for Victoria. McIver in the way, and the ball will be balled up at the front edge of the centre square for the Vicks.
Little harassment by Rock on that occasion,
doesn't Rock get into the clinches, Don?
Oh, yes. Good to see a rover working on the defensive side of his game.
Bounce in the middle. Lawrence and Steins. They've done it for Hawthorn and Melbourne. Comes to Lovett. Phillips a little kick through. Rock from 45 metres. Offline over the head of Royal and through for a behind.
Well, Victoria looking very, very good at the start of this game. 2-2 to nothing. Had all the play. There's the Victorian bench.
They have the breeze, though.
Well, they do, but it's only be a 3-goal breeze. Matthew Campbell. Lawrence at the back. Hardy read it well. Well played, Brad Hardy. Beautifully done as he gets it to Cotter. Cotter to centre wing. Now, but that's a mark. And the mark has been taken for the Vicks by Shane Kerrison, the Collingwood back pocket player. To half forward. Here's Scotty McIver again. Oh, well done. Now, that could be a free kick to the... Well, he'll be the cult hero up here, Corey Bell, but the advantage is paid. Kick forward by Craig Potter. Here's a chance for Andrew Taylor.
A bit slow on that occasion, wasn't he? Because he had... trying to pick up the fellow. I think it's Rod Lester-Smith in the goal square. He could have put it long with a handball. It steadied, tried to put it through and got tackled.
Well, he's been playing in the reserves for the Brisbane Bears. Andrew Taylor, former Footscray star player in the under-19s. But there's Merritt tapping at the ground. Players racing after the ball kicked out of defence. And Gleeson with a sweeping hand pass. Gets it wide, and the Vicks take it towards the half-back line. That was from Simpson. And the mark has been taken by Morris.
Up towards half forward. Trapped by Royal. Out to Lovett. The hand pass comes over the top. German from 25 metres steers through the goal.
If saving money is your biggest goal, a Westpac bonus saver account pays not just 1, but 2 percentage points of extra interest per annum. You can bank on Westpac to really kick your savings along.
For the home side here. Stevens is there, number 1, the skipper. No whistle on the play. Gleeson a little kick forward. Phillips. Here's Taylor for Queensland. Loses it in the tackle. Krasiska gets the hand pass wide to Wern. Wern goes wide to Hardy. 45 metres out on the boundary. Brad Hardy, not a bad kick, but just offline.
Yes, a little bit harder at that end. There's the Queensland cheer squad. There's a number of primary school kids here today and a few secondary as well. And they're here to support Queensland. Oh, Ronnie McEwen, a booming kick. Right out wide, looking for the captain, Brett Stevens. But the ball, does it beat him over the line? No, it's a free kick out there to Queensland, a holding the man decision. Troy Clark. Towards the half-forward line. Oh, juggling mark was by Jenke. And Ray Jenke has taken it at half-back. Had a fine couple of seasons, Ray Jenke. Now he's looking for Stevens, who marks. Almost on centre wing, Brett Stevens. To the half-forward line. Should be a mark coming up here to his teammate Lawrence. Merritt. Well, Jenke's teammate, I should say. The mark has been taken on centre wing by Troy Clark.
Kick by Clark to the centre of the ground, and mark has been taken by Lester Smith. Plays on, kicks into the man on the mark. Comes back to Queensland. Wern's hand pass squirts out to the side. Lovett has been prominent early, setting things up for Victoria. Brad Hardy in the customary long sleeves. Taken away from him. High one over the top by Condon. But now Queensland have it. Lester Smith inside the 40. Ashcroft is there. Number 18 for Victoria is Jenke, and he takes it to the boundary line and will have a throw in 40 metres from goal. Ashcroft, one of the Bears. And Stevens takes the hand pass. The Vic's up towards the centre of the ground. Condon, centre half forward. Royal, running past him is Morris. Back to Royal. 40 metres out, set shot. Close, just offline. And Brian Royal missed with that one when he had a bit of a chance.
He looks very dangerous up there, Brian Royal. He's kicked a few goals in recent weeks and is developing into a very good forward pocket rover.
Queensland playing the huddle at centre half back.
Matthew Campbell. Lawrence, was that a push out?
Yes, it was, and the umpire picked it up.
Against Lawrence, and the kick will go to Steins. Jimmy Steins calling for someone to lead. Eventually kicks it long. A one-on-one contest in the square. Players racing after it. Jeff Hogg kicks it. Dangerous here because McMullen's very clever. Phillips back to Royal. Royal getting onto the left foot. Now onto the right. Brian Royal hooks it up in front of goal. No mark to Queensland. This is Troy Clark. Onto the left foot. Kicks it. Well, a low trajectory kicker stays in, though. Racing after it for the Vics was Anthony Condon, but it beat him over the line at half forward for Victoria.
It was an intelligent kick by Troy Clark. No one to kick the ball to.
The ball still at half forward. Here's Clark again, doing very well. I've been very impressed with this player. As a couple of ordinary games for the Bears. There's a mark taken by Dean. Onto Jenke. Jenke is normally a beautiful kick. Kicks it wide to his former teammate, Russell Morris. Cameron O'Brien's after him. Morris, ooh, unloaded by McIver. Very hard bump. There's Brenton Phillips with a lovely hand pass to Hardy, who's playing well. Hardy to centre wing. And the mark has been taken by Marcus Ashcroft. Ashcroft to the half-forward line. Merritt, a good lead. And a very strong mark. On he goes to little Corey Bell. Oh, nice kick by Bell, too, to the half-forward line. Unfortunately, straight to Jenke. And he lays it off to Ronnie McEwen, the Collingwood fullback. McEwen, well done. Couple of ounces, goes again, can give off a hand pass. He's got a teammate there in Gleeson. Gleeson further afield to Rock. They've created the loose man as Rock goes to the half-forward line, over the back, and charging away with the ball is Matthew Campbell, and Campbell to the centre of the ground finds Ashcroft.
Kick by Ashcroft. Stevens for Victoria. Pops over the hand pass, which is good play. Chance for them to break here. Knocked on further afield by Kerrison. Goes to Morris, but his hand pass is bad, and it's intercepted for Queensland by Lurs. Up short of centre half forward. Grabbed by Stevens. High ball to Rock, who had to wait for it. Gleeson going past. Here go the Vicks again. Out of the centre square. Beautiful pass. Hogg should have marked 40 metres out. Left foot snap is a great kick for goal by Jeff Hogg.
He's one behind. Neil Cordy's come on the ground, gone to the forward line, which is, well, he's normally a back man. Here's Condon to Phillips. Now on to Neil Cordy. Cordy to the full forward line, taken away by Campbell. Almost brought to ground. Gets it away to his Queensland teammate Wern. Wern to the half-forward line. They need to do something quickly, Queensland. There's Jenke getting it to Rock. Free kick to Rock, holding the man. And little Anthony Rock, the North Melbourne tough little rover. Centre of the ground. Had a fine season, brings it to the half-forward line. Morris in front, punched away by O'Brien. Then Lawrence tried to thump it away as well. Anthony Condon's got it at half-forward. The Hawthorn utility player brings it to the pocket, but reading the play beautifully and taking the mark is David Wern.
Only 9 days ago, we sat next to David Wern at the lunch, didn't we, Pete?
Thinking the same thing.
He was injured, didn't play for the Bears. Now he's playing for his state. Kick by Hardy is smothered off the boot by Lovett, who won't be too far away from Brad Hardy all day, and the ball out of play.
And I think it was a knee injury he was recovering from too, David Wern.
Stephen Lawrence has lost his boot. You can see there the white sock.
Taylor to Hardy. Hardy's kick to centre wing. Dean takes the mark, plays on quickly. Comes back to Wern. He's sandwiched, goes to ground, tackled by Cordy. Rock a little hand pass to Phillips. Phillips and Rock have worked well, the two small players on the forward line. High ball. Morris up before acceptances. Hogg over it. Tunnels it out. Morris again. Flips it on. Francisco for Queensland. Gets the hand pass to Wern, and Queensland out of trouble. They've managed just to behind Queensland. Victoria 4-3. This ball knocked out of bounds at centre wing, and we'll have a throw-in.
Yes, that was punched over by Peter Dean. Number 2 you see on screen is a little fella, Corey Bell, built like a jockey, and is going to be a very good player in future years for the Bears, particularly if he can improve his disposal. Over the back is Brett Lovett, smothered off the boot. That was well done by Phillips to Dean, to the half-forward line. A beautiful lead that was by Jeff Hogg, and a chance for him to kick his second. He really does lead well, doesn't he, Don?
Well, he does on this occasion, Pete, and really the distance shouldn't be a problem here for Hogg, who will let this ball go from 40 metres.
I'm counting these towards the 100 I predicted he kicked on to.
You'd need to.
Well, he's playing on the back line now for Richmond.
Right.
So what's this, about his 40th for the season?
38 metres from goal. Jeff Hogg splits the centre.
We've just located another case of abuse. Follow me. This sort of thing happens when you get involved with people you don't know, people you can't trust. People who treat cars like this. But here at BP Car Care, you know...
But it comes to Lovett, who's been a damaging player for Victoria, clearing the ball out of the centre square. Oh, it's kept going forward beautifully for the Vicks. Comes out wide. Condon. Centering kick, not bad. Just offline and through for a behind. Anthony Condon's first score, but the Vicks are bombarding the goals at the moment. In fine playing conditions, a lot of these Victorians, well, plenty of them played just last Sunday. And as we've pointed out, some of the Bears have been either in the reserves or on the injured list and haven't played at all, playing today for Queensland.
We noticed in the football record, Steve Lawrence, a former winner of the Teal Cup Best and Fairest too, Drew.
Yeah, and Queensland have got another one, Ray Windsor. They won it, those two Queenslanders, in the space of 4 years. Queensland have it at centre half forward. Big Roger Merritt.
Free kick, Drew, a holding decision.
Now, will this be Queensland's first goal? He'll be kicking from about 46 metres, and we might gauge the strength of this breeze. Queensland into it in the first quarter. Might struggle with this, Roger Merritt. Oh, it's a magnificent kick, but it just didn't quite get there. It's a goal.
Well, that's exactly what they needed, Queensland. They needed to register something on the scoreboard, and they finally have done it through the centre-half forward, Captain Roger Merritt. And really, that was a very, very good kick. Just over the 40-metre line when he let that ball go. And it just got there.
Well, back to the centre. Lawrence versus Steins. Two fairly similar types of players, really. Been very impressed by Hardy so far. He's been in everything, and while he's a class player, there he is on screen. He's really got a ton of ability, Brad Hardy. Well, he won a Brownlow medal. That proves that. Steins versus Lawrence. Lawrence shoves Steins out of the way, then thumps it forward. Here's Andrew Phillips to the half-forward line. Oh, Morris, centre of the pack. Now, that will be a throw, or will it be held to him? There was no mark. Appealing for it, a number of players, that it was touched, the umpire said. So it'll be a bounce at half-forward for Victoria. Steins has it punched away. It was by Lures, Brett Lovett, Kerrison, Steins. Oh, Steins runs past the ball. It's the Queensland guy. That was Michael Gibson falling over. Andrew Phillips to the pocket. Royal caught behind of Phillips, and Brenton Phillips takes a good strong mark.
Where Queensland are falling down is across midfield. Victoria really on top, and we saw them get the ball in midfield again and get it down to the forward line. That's where Queensland have got to lift their game.
Brenton Phillips out of the back pocket towards half-back flank. Free kick in the pack here to go to Taylor of Queensland. Andrew Taylor of the Brisbane Bears.
Against Steins for pushing the back, Drew.
Now a chance for them to work it to centre wing. Stevens punches forward for Victoria. Courage by Gleeson. Great play. Through Condon it goes. Krasiska across to Wern. Wern's left footer. Spins up towards half-forward. Dean punches away for Victoria. It comes back to Ashcroft. Kick by him to the 40-metre line. Awkward bounce there. Hardy fighting with Jenke. Hardy gets the hand pass away. Good kick up here by Gibson. Marking contest. Oh. Taylor off the ground. Misses. And in fact the ball has gone out of bounds. Slides one across. Wind. And eventually Cordy goes the short pass for Steins to take the mark. 74-50, and it's Queensland leading. If you've just tuned in, that is correct. Queensland by 4 goals after trailing by 5. Gibson goes back, and the short pass up the ground from Phillips.
This is Gavin Krasiska, the Collingwood utility player, just getting the ship. Will kick long. Oh, beautiful kick to the half-forward line. Merritt in front. The big hands of Wind over the back. Jenke read it well. He goes wide to Simpson. Simpson further afield, or sets it up for Royal. Royal races after Brenton Phillips with him. Lures to the line. Good play.
Out of there by Lawrence, and the ball goes out.
Lester Smith off the ground. And coming on for Queensland,
he's got a cut too.
Toppenberg, Anthony Toppenberg, the big fella. And the ball at centre wing. And that'll be against... Play Brenton Phillips. He's been desperate all day. Here's Gavin Krasiska. A hand pass. Ashcroft. Steve Lawrence still running in the last quarter, the big ruckman. It's a loose ball. Comes to Andrew Taylor. Can they get another one, Queensland? Merritt back with the flight of the ball. Oh, and the hero for Queensland. They love him up here as marked in front of goal. And Norby Dare, and little Corey Bell. Well, they are absolutely ecstatic as Merritt goes back to have a shot for goal. He's the captain, and wouldn't it be fitting if he kicks another one? He's kicked 3. There's Big Mick Knoll on the form, and Johnny Rantell, 2 former champions of the VFL, the old VFL. Johnny Rantell, South Melbourne and North, and Mick Knoll. Another goal to Queensland. And there's the siren. A magnificent victory to the Queensland side. Roger Merritt's kicked his 4th, and listen to the crowd.
Well, this is absolutely fantastic to witness. New state in football, With the advent of the Brisbane Bears have been going for 3.5 years, and the experience gained has made all the difference. The narrowest winning margin in the past for Victoria, who've won every game against Queensland, was 80 points. But now Queensland have turned the tables and have disgraced Victoria here at the Gabba. A fantastic performance and a moment to savour for the people who have worked so hard on football in Queensland. Not only with the Bears, but the QAFL, and there are some heroes there